Have you ever been to a place that doesn't feel like you're on Earth? A place that feels like Mars or the Moon. An unexplored world that I was dying to discover. Namibia is a miracle of nature, graced with the highest dunes in the world and the most breathtaking sunsets. But despite the beauty of this magical land, there is an issue a few people are talking about. Welcome to Thirsty Land. I'm Xavier Saer, a Peruvian-born photographer based in South Africa. I first came to Namibia in 2016 to photograph the Himba tribe. They soon became family, and that's where they asked me for help. I then approached filmmaker Routledge to join me on this life-changing quest. We travel over 3,000 kilometers in a week in a search for a solution to the water crisis.
It's probably like 36 degrees right now, and we just found these people pumping some water literally in the middle of nowhere.
It takes so much effort to get so little water here, and it's still not coming out. Try to get some pressure going so we can. And it just comes in drips. Looks like the borehole is a bit dry. And the quality of the water we don't know actually. We don't know how clean it is.
We then met John at the local shabin, a place where the locals gather. They found a skin color quite amusing. He's a Himba and a friend of mine, and a spokesperson for the community. He then explained the relationship between raising cattle and the lack of water.
If you look at our harsh environment, the cattle, to raise a cattle, it takes period of time, it takes long time, it takes lots of effort.
Could be years actually.
Yeah.
Cattle is the lifeblood of the Himba, but they're also the largest consumers of water in the region. We then met one of the local chiefs to get a better understanding of the issues they were facing.
We have a big problem that we don't have water at Minyandi. Cattle used to go around far distance, that is approximately about 15 kilometers. And then the children, even at Muhonga, they don't have water.
The chief brought up two issues. Firstly, no water at the village so that the cattle have to walk 15 kilometers to drink. And secondly, the children at the nearby school also have no water.
Can we go to both places and see? Where is it that can we go to Mijani and can we go to the village and see?
Yeah.
On the way to the village, John showed us how funds can be mismanaged, a real issue in the African continent.
If you look at the whole water system, the pressure from this tank going up,
yes,
it's very low. The pressure cannot go up.
Yes.
But the water from the tank have to run down. So
here, funds for a borehole were donated by a European NGO, but from day one the borehole barely functioned.
Yes. So this is useless, basically. This
was quite useless. They have done everything just to waste money. So these people, they have only donated, but then they did not do any study.
They coordinate the projects.
Yeah,
right.
They just pay for people to come and do it, and they just do it and go.
Once we reached the village, I met with my old friend, the chief, whom I had a surprise for. It was the first time he saw himself in a photograph.
This is a moment of his life that will never be repeated. And it's my gift to him.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is me.
We then had a chat with a collective of men from the community. It was then decided that they would show us the reality of the problem.
Thank you. And I would like to see as well, what is it that they do? I want to see how difficult it is to get water here. You know, I want to see what is that they do on a daily basis for them to get water, so I can understand the situation better. So if they take the cattle away, I want to see how they do it. I want to do it with them so that I can understand what is it that they do.
This meant waking up at daybreak and walking the cattle to the drinking hole. The men were also eager to see the photographs from the last time I was here.
What's that? Munamuri? I always wanted to be a South African taxi driver.
We just set up camp next to the village. We're gonna settle down for the night.
Our definition of early was not the same as the Himba definition of early, and from the start it was a game of catch-up.
So John, how long has it been dry?
From last year.
From last year?
Yeah, the rain didn't rain, it was only just few drops. Just for the trees to flower.
After many hours of walking, we caught up with the cattle, which had already been to the watering hole.
It's amazing.
What is going on now at the moment, you can see the dog is barking. The dog have never seen any white people here. So he's afraid. He's like, oh, what is this? This is a new ghost.
After a long trek in the sweltering heat, they invited us to share a Himba brunch. Sean and I don't eat meat, so they were kind enough to make a separate meal for us. The children had never seen a drone, so they quickly ran into their tents, terrified, to the amusement of the elders. After 5 hours, we arrived at our destination. They say in the future that war will be fought over water and not land. And John agreed. He has seen an increase of disputes between neighbors for this very watering hole.
This water right here, what's the story?
Yeah, the story is like the whole dispute comes on the goats. There are too many, and also they finish water, and also they destroy the field. So that's why you see the bigger men who farms with cattle, they don't want the young people to settle with the goats.
We just arrived from a hike, or a walk I guess, with the guys. It's been about 14 kilometers, or about 19,000 steps in this heat. Not easy, and we just kind of see what it is to herd cattle in this kind of conditions.
The next watering hole really shocked us. Drought is just a word until you see it.
Probably will be two people. One of them will be somewhere there, whether it's a boy. Then they take water from there. Then we put pot here, and they call it bringing. Yeah, it's very much hard work. So it's very much difficult.
It's quite heavy. It's a lot of water here, and quite slippery. But what's surprising to me is just the way they're so thirsty. The animals are so thirsty that it's almost like a desperate race for the water.
Once again, the signs of mismanagement of funds is visible.
These areas, the people are suffering from water. So you will see we drink this water just from grounds. So all the goat and dog and whatever, they used to drink somewhere there. If you see this water, it's very dead water. So if you're drinking, even the goat, they can become to get diarrhea. So it's very much difficult. So we need the help from your area where you come from. Yeah.
But in the midst of this human tragedy, there always shines a glimmer of hope. John thought it would be interesting to show us a massive dry riverbed. There we encountered one of the locals.
Holy shit, why is he looking at me? Look at John. Go on that side.
As fate would have it, we came across another chief on his afternoon walk. we had some important questions to ask him.
Okay, so a lot of people are asking, why is the government not doing anything here? And what organizations are helping you here, and what are they doing? In the faces at all.
Since independence, we have nothing that we can really say this was established or this is what the fund we got from the government. Even we are just Namibians, and we are just in a Namibian government, and we have not really received any help, especially as the indigenous communities.
As we spoke, we all agreed that the solution he offered would benefit the community as a whole. That meant another adventure, this time double the distance and double the time. But life is full of surprises. After walking for hours, a valley that resembled Eden opened up before our eyes. From the thirsty land, water-quenched a narrow valley filled with life.
So even among all this arid area, sometimes when you walk through here, the parts that feels like a desert and it's extremely dry, there is an abundance of water, especially in this area here. And it looks like there's so much water coming from the ground that the solution could be, as you guys suggested it, that we can pump this water up into the hill so the cows don't have to come here, because there has been a lot of accidents and a lot of deaths from cattle, which people cannot afford to have. And we just pump this water into the top so that the cattle stays there and is safe, and we can get water to drink, so we can stop kind of the traffic from certain directions and be more efficient in the use of water.
The end of his journey is only the beginning of this mission. No one has become poorer by giving. Oceans are filled by single drops of rain. Only as a collective can we realize this dream. If you'd like to be part of this, please follow the links below.
Guys, after this amazing mission to this amazing land and this beautiful place, we are blessed with rain. If you look above, it's raining all over, and it's just a blessing that we've been dying to do. The thirsty land just needs water, and this is what happens when we leave, and we're just blessed and thankful for it, that our people and this beautiful land gets a little bit of this.
This means that we are facing the natural disaster of a drought.
Namibia faces its worst drought in 35 years.
The state of emergency is informed by the insufficient rainfall.
During the making of this documentary, the situation worsened. Namibia has declared a state of emergency, and people like the Himba are suffering the most. We need your help now.
Man,
When I'm with these guys, I'm not a tour guide. They are my brothers.